I can't start a video without my hat. All right, so we slept right next to the bike on trailer last night because today it's sort of I think I'm gonna make this like a two-parter video. Yeah, so yesterday we were hanging out with Kim and we were just seeing how she uses her, or is trying to find a way to solve her adaptive issues with an adaptive solution with a trike. And that was really, really neat. She was quite nice, and I didn't want to impose on her. I asked her if I could record, and by the end of it, she took my picture. I was super excited about hearing my stories of travel and letting me share in her stories. But today we're actually going to go to an adaptive event. We're in kind of an industrial area of Rhode Island. I've never been to Rhode Island, which is pretty cool. Like, the infrastructure here is a little bit old. That's kind of cool, but if you go straight down this road, which is where my Google told me to go yesterday, you will get to a situation where I was in big trouble. There was a crazy storm last night. I mean, big storm, big rain. I wanted to go to Walmart because I needed some water and some just provisions, like drinking water. The directions had me go that way, and that goes under the train tracks. And normally it's no problem, I can go under train tracks. But the train tracks underpass was 10 feet. So it was pouring rain. I'm talking like almost like 6-foot visibility rain. And I'm riding towards this underpass, and it looks a little narrow. And sometimes when you're driving something like this, you sort of forget what you're driving, you know? Sort of forget you're driving something that's like 12 feet tall. And as I came close to it, I looked at the sign and it said 10 feet. And I had 3 cars behind me. It was pouring rain, and my nose was almost into the opening. And I only had a few feet before I would have ripped the entire top of the van off. And thankfully, I realized at the last minute, like 10! It was sort of like that. 10 feet. Why am I concerned about 10? Oh! And I was like, 10 feet, holy shit! I had to get out in the rain and direct everybody behind me. I was like, you know, cut my head off, and everybody backed up. They had no choice, but they all backed up, and turning around. It took a long time for me to find another route around. It was like that was the only one within a 3-mile radius, which is quite a distance. Normally you'll find some way under the train tracks or over the train tracks. I ended up going over the train tracks, but I had to go all the way to the Providence International Airport to get like the jump over. Thankfully I did. It was a little hair-raising though. Anyway, we're going to an event put on by Raam. The Real Access Motivates Progress has put on this event. It's called Accessibility is Beautiful. Just a few hours, and so we'll get there and we'll see how different people use different modes of transportation, and we'll get to share some stories, I think. Yeah, then we'll be heading on. And then after that, we'll be headed to Jersey, where there's a shop called Jersey Benz. Then we'll go North Carolina, and we'll sort of wrap this thing up. Do you see the goats in the back of that pickup truck? It's kind of funny. One of them was staring at me. Hello, goat. A lot of these roads that are going like, I don't know, weird angles. Very, very sort of strange layout for a city. These guys are going the same place I am. Steel yarn. How old are the pigs?
About a month old.
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm on a Handcycle for the first time, and I've got to figure out a way to, I can do that. I can figure, whoa. There you go. Okay, so this is my first time on a Handcycle. Oh yeah. You give it a little turn, and you can feel that motor really, really kick in. It is pretty cool. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the tripod in my mouth, So I have a selfie stick, and I'm gonna put the selfie stick in my mouth. And then I think I can get the desired effect of me pedaling this thing with my hands. Okay, so that's that. Okay. 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 All right, let's go. Wow. There we go. Wow. Okay, so first impressions, you got to get the gearing right, because if it's too easy, you want to work hard, you know, pumping your arms. It is very wild having your feet like connected to the front wheel. Obviously, with certain adaptive people, that is the most important thing. You can get pretty fast on this. Let me see if I can loop it around and show you. All right, let's see here. I'm gonna see if we can weave through these two cars. It's so interesting having a situation where your feet are not involved in the propulsion at all. Okay, I'm at a level 2, I think. Oh, I don't think I was on at all. The power is not on at all. It must have turned off. Super cool. That was not powered at all, actually. I think it's having a bit of an issue because the screen keeps shutting off. I wonder if there's no power left. Oh, no. Okay, it's on now. Battery's 100%. Level 2, level 3. Here's level 4. Okay, so I didn't have any power on. Let me do this again with a little bit of little aid. Oh, there we go. That's it. So cool. Let me put it there and I'll ride from a distance. You can see how fast it is. Turning radius is a little bit wider than the AZUB. Okay, here we go. That's pretty neat. I'll tell you what, this is a lot of fun. All right. Like my eternal quest for video, it's not the best to record video with because I constantly want to grab the camera and then ride. See, I can let that arm dangle. It's got a pretty cool shape though. I kind of got the Handcycle pace of things down. Okay, I think we can go forward here. Ooh. Yeah, I just have to let one hand sort of dangle. You can't go too fast, I think, or else it'd be a little awkward. How's it going? Very neat. The motor is, as soon as you give it enough loop, you can have this thing pulling you along real well. You can hear it actually. Hi. and it's got the off-road tires. Super cool. I was trying to figure out, it took a little doing.
Oh yeah.
But how to figure out how to ride it safely with one hand, you know. But holy cow, the torque on this thing is insane.
Yeah. It certainly is.
Holy moly, it's a lot of fun for somebody that doesn't have any lower end power.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah, it's great for a pro.
Yeah, if I was riding it, you could still get yourself in and out. You know, you'd have to.
Oh yeah.
You know. Whoa, that was awesome.
Yeah, glad you liked it.
Yeah, yeah. So cool.
Anybody can ride it. It's just like a car seat. And the cool thing is,
The Van Ram, okay.
there's no step over, so anybody can come into it like this.
Oh, from a standing position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can even sit, like, you don't need it to rotate anymore, really, because you can sit like this, rotate over.
So the great thing about this is that I can kind of scoot in and just sit down. Yeah.
Anybody can ride it because all the controls are right here, so you're just holding on here.
This is, my side doesn't have any movement,
Yeah, so there's
but
no
I can
control.
contribute, but I don't have to.
Yep, so there's two modes. So you can, right now, you can pedal at your own pace, or coast if you don't want to pedal.
Okay.
So you can stop if you wanted to. But for folks that have like muscular issues and
Yeah.
they want to get that their muscle tone built up, you can put it into fixed gear too.
Okay.
So that now
Oh.
your pedals are moving no matter what.
Oh, so you can push it or I can push it and then you can rotate, your legs are moving.
Yeah, so it's just on this side, you can put it from freewheel to fixed gear
Okay.
on this side. Or you can actually turn them off, and so it's disengaged, but you can, there's a footboard that you can take it, put underneath it, that just...
You could just set your feet
you're
on the
sitting
board.
for the ride, so
Yeah.
even somebody that can't pedal, they can still go along for the ride and have fun, but...
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's amazing what they did, and it's so compact for being side by side. It's only about 42 inches wide. It's about 4 inches wider than like a, some of the off-road recumbent trikes that are single person.
Yeah.
But you have two people on it.
So cool.
You can turn around. There's zero.
Oh my
It
gosh.
turns on its own.
Look at
axis.
that. Do it on the pavers so I could get the perspective from
So,
above.
Pretty cool. So yeah, it turns it right around.
Whoa.
here.
Yeah,
And
that's so nice.
yeah, and it's amazing. And like we did a study with the Harvard Chan School of Medicine on cycling and Alzheimer's. And it was a longitudinal study that they did. And towards the end of it, some folks actually got a little bit of their cognitive ability back. There'd be like a non-verbal gentleman that actually started saying some words again.
No way.
It's
just
next to
engaging.
each other. And especially if you're with like your PT, somebody you're familiar with, or like a spouse, your husband or wife.
Yeah.
You're actually right next to each other. You're getting the wind in your hair. You're feeling all the sensory of being outside and riding. Just the socialization aspect of it. It's pretty cool.
Are they okay with me? Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for asking.
Didn't want to spook them.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah. I see it. It's hard to miss.
Obviously, the VA is a huge help to veterans, but really anybody with a disability, there is funding out there for you. You just have to know where to look, and we can help you with that. We have a big contact list of different nonprofits, state-run programs, VAs for veterans. Depending on what ability you have, there's a different grant out there for you. Like there was a mother a couple of months ago who wanted one of these for their daughter. They were like, oh, the bike can be $15,000 with all the bells and whistles on it. And she's like, that's impossible. But I was like, no, hold off. We have this funding here. I contacted the Connecticut Developmental Disability Services, and they actually bought the bike for them. Any distance is better than zero. Right. That's what I always tell folks. And, with Kim, like, It was great because she was like, oh, I can do this. It was the first time she used her legs in 10 years. With that, your muscles are just reacting to new things that they haven't experienced before, and it is tough, and you're going to be sore. There's going to be some pain in the beginning, but just to keep going and staying positive, and then having that support group around you of family. Like, she was pumped to go home and tell her son about how she rode.
Yeah.
And she can't wait to get her bike so she can ride with him again.
Yeah.
That's really all what we're about. Just the challenge of meeting somebody that's like, I can't ride a bike, and I'm like, yes, you can. You absolutely can. We just got to find the right one.
Yeah.
It's great to do your research and find out really the best way to advocate for yourself. We have a huge database on our website of all different organizations that provide grants and stuff, but even locally in your community, I'm sure there are things. Here in Rhode Island, for any e-bike, they do a rebate. I think it's up to $700 off. But at the same time, we have a lot of people that are just enthusiasts that, maybe they are more well off than others, and, this is their third or fourth bike, and they're spending 10 grand on it without thinking twice. So there's a lot of different ends of the spectrum, a lot of different people that come to us.
So, but you were saying that even, the systems, right? So you've helped people go through the application process. So even if you're like, maybe you could fit into one of those programs, or you might be wondering, you could call you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they could slot you into a program that might be perfect for you that you don't even know about.
We'll get to know you a little bit. We'll probably become great friends.
Yeah.
And we'll do everything we can to point you in the right direction.
I'll leave links to their shop in the description, and if you feel like you're in the realm of the possibility of even, because I bet there's a lot of people who can use these things. That's what I was just telling them. There's so many people that I've found that either found out about the ability to have one of these programs help them, and they wish they would have found out way earlier, or they just found out and they're like, holy cow, I could have used this a long time ago, you know what I mean? So, because they know about the programs, reach out to them. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah. Since 1999, BikeOn has helped thousands of people discover something many thought they had lost: the freedom to ride again. From adaptive trikes and handcycles to accessible cycling solutions of every kind, BikeOn's mission is simple. If you want to ride, we'll find a bike for you. BikeOn began with one family. Scott Pellet, a wheelchair user, discovered handcycling in the mid-90s. It opened the door to independence, mobility, and a shared family activity. That experience became the foundation of BikeOn.
And that kind of changed our life as a family. Finally something that we were all able to do recreationally that was kind of on an equal playing ground for everyone.
Today, BikeOn continues that mission by helping riders of all abilities find the right equipment and the right adaptations, no matter their challenge. BikeOn specializes in highly customized adaptive solutions. Everything from chin-controlled shifting, elbow-based braking, cassette brake conversions, one-handed steering systems, to full adaptive hand cycles built around each rider's needs.
And our whole mission is we can, build a bike for anybody. So it's really, we're at the point where you can build a bike that anybody can ride. If they want to ride, we'll find a bike for them and get them out on the road.
The team works closely with VA hospitals, rehab centers, and adaptive sport programs across the country. Every week, BikeOn sees lives change in real time, like Kim, riding on her own legs for the first time in 10 years.
With Kim, it was great because she was like, oh, I can do this. It was the first time she used her legs in 10 years. She was pumped to go home and tell her son about how she rode, and she can't wait to get her bike so she can ride with him again.
Moments like this are the heart of adaptive cycling. A chance to move, to explore, to feel freedom again. BikeOn is deeply embedded in the adaptive community, supporting clinics, races, demonstrations, and events where riders can try equipment in a safe and welcoming environment. For many riders, adaptive equipment is expensive, but BikeOn helps make it possible. They work directly with veterans programs, state disability services, nonprofits, and grant organizations.
But really, anybody with a disability, there is funding out there for you. You just have to know where to look, and we can help you with that.
Cycling isn't just transportation.
It's movement, independence, confidence. A reminder that the world is still open to you. And at BikeOn, the mission remains the same since it was in 1999, to make riding possible for everyone. Every ability, every story, every body. Because no one should be left on the sidelines. To learn more, schedule a fitting, or explore adaptive options, visit bikeon.com or stop by their new Rhode Island showroom. BikeOn. The freedom starts here.